加油！同时也要提醒现场的朋友，在待会1分钟之后将会来放进场内的场灯，也要请大家赶紧找到自己的位置上来就座。那么特别是待会关灯之后会有点昏暗，也请如果有带着小朋友一起来看球的，一定要更加小心自己的安全，还有移动脚步的同时，再来配合政府的防疫政策，我们全场内。 邀请大家佩戴口罩，并且场内是禁止饮食的。邀请今晚的朋友，今晚的现场，我们的所有朋友跟着我们一起全程备着，也要全程佩戴口罩，一起来为勇士加油！谢谢。 好的，现场的朋友，大家晚安，大家好，欢迎大家来到台北和平篮球馆。先来邀请现场的朋友给勇士队掌声鼓励，掌声来送给勇士，因为他们完成了2件事情，带着2胜回到自己的家，来跟我们所有勇士的朋友一起来迎向第3战。那么在今天的比赛开始之前，也要跟大家提醒，每一位重要的勇士伙伴都是缺一不可的。我们要一起达到我们的目标 ，Count to 7， 一起拿下胜利。但是今晚请记得 ，One game, one time。Tonight， 掌声鼓励！我们继续将所有的力量来借给勇士队。那么在今天的比赛开始之前，真的很感谢所有的现场的朋友用行动支持勇士队来进场。那么也要再一次呼吁大家，请一起穿上我们的应援 T， 无论是缺一不可的 T 恤，以及 Count to 7的 T 恤，还有最重要的，拿起你的折扇，将所有的力量借给勇士队。那么在今天精彩的比赛开始之前，同样缺一不可的勇士，缺一不可的各位，还有缺一不可的富邦 Angels。 现在就让我们一起来欢迎富邦 Angels 以及 Bill， 还有我自己。
谢谢富邦 Angels 以及应援双帅带来这么精彩的演出。现在介绍本场比赛双方球队登陆名单。首先介绍客队佛摩沙台新梦想家。9号0号陈正杰，7号陈立焕，8号王正源，14号吴永胜，18号杨正彦，26号李德威，30号吴松蔚，97号郑子阳。 先发球员starting five背后11号后卫林俊吉，21号前锋简浩，23号前锋钱肯尼，34号中锋吉尔贝克，42号前锋布伊德，总教练凯尔 Julius， 助理教练赖柏林、刘文和、汤姆斯、罗伊亚克斯，防护员侯耀金，球队管理王玉志，总经理韩俊凯。观众朋友们，漫长的赛季至今。 勇士始终秉持卫冕目标，需要全队与教练团齐心协力。每一场胜利，每一位队职员，每一位球迷，皆是争夺总冠军不可或缺的一份子。那么今天勇士重返台北主场，需要全场的球迷一起站出来，满场的力量及信念缺一不可，拿下季后赛最后一战，一起 Come to 7， 争取最高荣耀。
每一场我都会很努力为球队去拿到胜利嘛，
都是为了最终目标。
Every loss, it all fuels our fire.
快攻直接投3分，小跑车就会进
每个队员都很重要，
不同的球员跳出来，对球队都是一个大的帮助。
缺一不可。
Come to 7， 缺一不可。富邦勇士队的球迷朋友们，你们准备好了吗？现在介绍地主队台北富邦勇士队球队登陆名单，让我听到你们的尖叫声，跟着音乐节拍一起拍手。首先欢迎勇士吉祥物比尔。 球员出场，背号0号后卫 Number 0， 南洋小跑车赖廷安。背号2号后卫 Number 2， 优质射手简伟如。背号8号后卫兼前锋，勇士队鲑鱼 Number 8， 周桂宇。 12号小前锋，勇士队精神领袖，联盟2季人气王野兽林志杰。背号13号大前锋火凤林梦雪。14号小前锋 Number 40， 球队队长本土洋将蔡文成。 背号23号大前锋 Number 23， 勇士队 Jordan Smart 石伯恩。背号76号中锋大房东 AKA 大黄蜂曾文鼎。And now the starting five， 下面介绍先发5人。球衣背号1号后卫 Number 1 Edgar Joseph 林书伟。背号17号全能前锋德州传奇 Number 17 at forward Mike Singletary。背 背号21号中锋 No. 21酷帅高冷曾祥军，背号32号中锋 No. 32 Extender 年龄最佳洋将小夫塞瑟夫。最后介绍出场的是背号3号得分后卫 No. 3 Chen 台湾喷射机张忠宪。 总教练 Head Coach 许晋哲，助理教练吴永仁，将士林伟浩、魏维，体能教练郑维轩，防护师林虎章，助理防护师彭玉明，翻译梁兆轩，领队 Queen 蔡晨如，双方球员场中相互握手致意，最后热身。Showtime and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there.
好的，邀请现场的朋友，球员在暖身的同时，我们也要来暖身了。好久没有回来到主场了，今天我们要邀请现场的朋友，赶紧先来换上你们的应援 T， 以及戴上口罩。那么拿起全新的应援道具，我们的应援折扇，邀请大家一起来教学大家怎么使用。首先将我们折扇的虎口处往内凹，凹起成型之后，前方的开口确认一下。 松松的，这样才可以用力的发出声音，这样子我们就应援折扇就完成了。那么马上呢，我们要来邀请现场的朋友拿起折扇，一起再次的邀请大家我们的加油方式。那么大家都说勇士队季前养生，季后要来杀生。我相信平常我们的勇士球迷只是太客气、太谦虚，我们季前也在暖嗓。来到季后，我们要来烧声了，邀请现场朋友今晚。 毫不保留将所有声音来接给勇士队。熟悉的 Let's Go 富邦来到季后赛，富邦跟勇士都交给各位。待会马上直接邀请大家喊出富邦跟勇士，邀请大家一起来 Let's Go。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youth. The series moves up north to Taipei. The Braves own the 2-0 series lead, but can the Dreamers get back in? Inside Hoping Gymnasium, the playoffs continue. In the second year of the Plus League, finally bring you the matchup card. It's the Formosa Taishin Dreamers matching up against their finals opponent and the defending champions in the Taipei Fubon Braves in this best-of-5 series. After yesterday's results, the Kings were able to defend their home court and will continue that series on a Saturday. They're behind 2-1 to the #1 seeded Hsinchu Jeko Lioneers. Commander and broadcast duo for this game is Aaron on the left and 菜包蔡景景、杨振磊跟蔡晴景的转播，大家可以看到。 联盟官方的中文转播，谢谢大家收听。英文的转播部分，记得我们的直播都要按赞。Now the Dreamers and Braves played 2 competitive games down in Taichung to start the series off, but the Braves were able to take both games, and most of us will probably say a lot of it is on the veteran savvy of some of the more experienced Braves players, but the Dreamers have something to prove. They played all 9 games of last year's playoffs, and this regular season built up the best record at home and has shown good resilience as well on the road. I'll bring that to you later as the broadcast goes on. Coach Kyle Julius encouraging his team, saying their strategy is to win 1 game at a time and do so 3 times.
All right, now here's what you got to do now.
To the finals.
Okay, listen now. You got to go to war with the man in the mirror right now. You got to ask yourself if you think is over. If you think it's over, then don't come to work tomorrow. And I'm good with that. But I know the dudes I've been fighting with now since September don't think it's over. So you can be mad about this. You can be upset. We got some time here. We don't play till Friday. But you got to look in the mirror and understand where you can be better because we got beat. You don't need to win 3 in a row. You don't look at it like that. You need to win 1 game 3 times. That's it. You already won 19. 1 game 3 times. Don't hang your f***ing head for a second. Go back, look in the mirror, watch film. We are in here tomorrow at 1 and we're working. Let's go.
The Dreamers do own the season series lead over the Braves. It doesn't matter right here, but maybe it give them a little bit of confidence as they were able to turn around 3 double-digit deficits to the Braves and win the game, including the last one. Big part to Doug Creighton's 31 points in that contest. They did have a 5-game losing streak in the middle, which kind of brings down their record on the road, 8-7. But they have won the last 6 out of 7. So we caught up with Derek Lee pregame.
他讲的方式都是以激励的方式，那输球他一定是更就是用一些比较严重性，然后一些激励你，然后就是叫你回去看看你自己，照照镜子啊什么的，对吧？那其实这些东西其实对球员还蛮重要的。那以前其实接触这种激励的方式比较少，那其实就是外国教练一些特色吧，对吧？那我们回去练球这3天，其实没有说非常低落，也没有说非常的高亢。 对，那其实就是保持平常心吧。第3场这一场非常重要，这一场球赛是非常重要的关键，就是下半场可不可以守住富邦的攻势。那进攻其实我们不太担心，那就是正常来攻就可以了。
Derek lead the way. Going to be starting things off the bench once again. Explain that Coach Julius's encouragement probably helped them keep the fight in them as they practiced for 3 days, and finish by saying defenses will be the key for them as they're going to be pretty comfortable on offense. They trust their system. They trust the work they put in. But on defense, against the Braves, 90.9 points allowed at home. Against the Dreamers, 105.3. So that is a case in point in the favor of the Dreamers offense here. Now I mentioned the comeback victories the Dreamers had against the Braves, including 1 blowout win at home, but they squandered that, and maybe they'll revisit that if they can push it to a Game 5 that will take place next week. But on the other side, for the Braves, we caught up with Joseph Lin pregame, speaking to the merits of the team experience and their strategy.
Versus any team, 可以 beat them in the playoffs, 我觉得都很开心。尤其是 like 3-0或4-0，我觉得那种是最开心的。
所以不会因为是梦想家你就特别的。
没有。我觉得每一个队，今年我们P.LEAGUE每一个队，我们全队都很想赢，所有队，对，他们都很聪明，跟他们打的时候就看得出来，然后感觉出来，所以跟他们打就是蛮轻松，然后 你也不用想太多，就防守给你什么你就做什么，对。
Of course, in the 21st century, got a few more eyeballs on everybody's social media accounts. Joseph Lin admitting that in the Plus League second season, be a big accomplishment to defeat any comers, regular season or playoffs, and then finished off by pretty much stating the obvious that playing with the veteran savvy players that the Braves have, they're so smart, they make everything easy. Now, the Braves at home ended the season 3-3, averaging about 102.7 points per game, but giving up 103. And they didn't hold their opponents till under 40% field goal shooting, so defense will be a key for them. As we see Chen Homing, the crew chief of tonight's officiating staff. And of course, the last game the Braves played was the season finale for them and the Lioneers. The Lioneers ended up winning that final game, and that helped them clinch the first seed for the playoffs. As we mentioned, they currently own a 2-1 lead over the Kings. And as always, English broadcast on YouTube for the entire playoffs. For the Dreamers, they're kind of mixing things up with their starting lineup. Aji, Ling Junji, and Doug Jianhao in there. Meanwhile, for the Braves, it's going to be the same set that started game 2. Aji and Doug are taking the place of Calvin Chen Lihuan and Jeff Wu Yongsen. Trying to mix things up, maybe start with their best lineup. Also, key will be Kenny Chen trying to stay on the floor. He did commit fouls early and fouls often. In fact, was out of the third quarter for all but 2 possessions. They really need his creation ability and scoring ability inside. Meanwhile, some ownership with the Dreamers and some of their cheerleaders are in attendance. So after maybe not doing a great job defending the home court, try their luck on the road. Interesting final note about the import scoring heading into the game. In the finals, Braves import scored 47.3 points per game, which is 42% of their overall scoring. But in this series, 2 games, only 25 points, which is about 25% of their output. So that's been on the lower side. As we see exec with the THL group in for the ceremonial opening tip. The referee's probably going to help them out, orientating the label. There's Ira Zaisev, Braves in their white jerseys, the Dreamers in their dark Seatown set. They debuted the white set for the playoffs. Meanwhile, on the Dreamer side, 44 points per game, which is about 46% of their scoring output last playoffs in 9 games. But this season's gone down a little bit to 33.5, which is 36% of their scoring. Kind of on account of Stefan Yankovic going down early in game 1. Well, the Dreamers control the tip, and here we go. Jack Zhen Xiangjun now switched out onto Doug. 2 number 21s on each other. They double Boyd. Kenny in the middle, puts one up, and the first score of the game. A little bit of early pressure from Aji. And an early foul as well. But putting on the pressure is going to be big for the Dreamers. Want to do everything you can to get some extra possessions and throw the Braves off their rhythm. There we see Kenny, one of the best finishers in the middle and through contact. As we mentioned, Julian Boyd is a big part of that scoring in the second game. Right now he's helping over on Jin Xiangjun, who gets the bank shot on Doug, whose defense has been leaving the Dreamers in a little bit of a bind. Gilbeck at the high post gives it up. A nice head fake by Aji. Leaves it short at the rim. Kind of risky pass game. Joseph Lin floats it through the middle and short. A little lucky ball and another score for Zhen Xiangjun. He only played about a minute and a half coming off the bench in game 1. Started game 2 and only played a little bit of the first and a little bit of the third. Nice 3-man action as Boyd gets the assist to Gilbeck. Probably thinking about another play before. Zaisev to a Singletary, but the Dreamers jump on that. 4-4 start as the alley to Brandon Gilbeck. He's improved a lot this season as there's an errant pass, an easy layup for Aji. Fixing up the nylon on that side of the rim. Well, anyways, Gilbeck, from the first time we got to see him in the preseason, we see Joseph Flynn too aggressive with the offhand. Double whammy of an offensive foul and turnover. For Chen Xiangjun with the look what I found score. Nobody bodied Gilbeck and got the aerial finish. Like I was saying, he has the physical tools to be definitely a big impact in the Plus League as Doug nails the first 3 of the game. But Gilbeck's also shown off a lot better skill, whether it's just finishing or even showing off some one-on-one moves. Jet Chang almost the tough one, and a loose ball foul. Looks like he'll be against the Dreamers. Get another look, leaving the best shooter on the floor open. Doesn't look like a strategy for success. On the other side, a missed assignment in transition. From the corner, Jet missing again. Pre-game, the Plus League put out a graphic. He is the only Brave to score double digits all 6 games as Gilbeck drops it on the way to the hoop. Pretty good start for the Dreamers. Might want to get that possession back. And a loose ball foul. Kenny trying to put the clamps on Jet. Well, the pass was behind. And the Braves right now playing a little sloppy to start things off. No substitutes yet, as right now the switch has Gilbeck on Singletary way up high. Boyd on Joseph Lin. They crash in on Zaitsev, who gets the runner. Let's see who the foul is on. That might be the one thing they want to improve on. They have committed 4 individual fouls in the first quarter. I believe it's going to be on Doug. You did get 2 hands into the push. It'll be the first free throw of the game that Zaitsev converts on. Braves did take 54 free throws in the first 2 games. Poked away and right to Doug, though they have to create something. The shot clock running down. Achi hounded by 2 defenders. So Boyd beating the shot clock, but here come the Braves down the fast break and intercepted. Singletary somehow stays in bounds. And Achi from behind called for the foul. Right idea there, but gonna get the Braves a trip to the free throw as Singletary just leaves it in bounds, and certainly close. That's the risk you take when you fast break up to middle. So Jet at the line. And his first free throw is missed. Was 21 of 24 in Taichung. That explained 49 of his points, of the 49 points. 21 at the line was a pretty good rate, pretty high rate. But things are changed up now that they're at home. Pick and roll, Achi, the foul and the bucket. Want to stabilize the lead. And that is a spot the Dreamers have an advantage over the Braves. Is basically if Achi and Kenny Chen can create off the bounce. Now it's the Braves fans who have a chance to make an impact on the game. 4 points, 1 assist for Achi, and they'll stay that way as he missed. Zaitsev left open, takes the 3, too strong, and Chen Xiangjun might have needed a few more inches on the wingspan. Another pick and roll, and Aji kind of dribbles it off the foot of a Brave. Joseph Lin will try from 3, left it short, and pops free for the rebound, missing the putback. Lucky only one time in the first quarter. Dreamers want to go at the cross matchup. Singletary nearby. Ducking baseline, easy lay-in. Zheng Xiangjun's sophomore year struggles continue. Another Zaitsev post up on Doug. But he kicks it to Singletary. His 3 is good. Lead is down to 4 points. We're about halfway through the first quarter. Aji blocked from behind by Joseph Lin and pass right to Doug Creighton. Another chance, hand on the basketball. This time a 3 bouncing out. Joseph pushing the pace. Get it out of trouble. Singletary feeling it, but this time leaves it short and to the right. Pace has been good, but the shot making has not been. Now Kenny fouled on the way to the hoop. He'll go to the line. One of the keys for the Dreamers in the second game was, just like Kenny was in foul trouble, Michael Singletary was in foul trouble, and Julian Boyd was feasting. But it'll be our first break in the action. Thanks for watching a Plus League Basketball. We'll be back after this.
Fubon Angels.
The second leg of the Plus League playoffs has arrived in Heping Gymnasium. Give a thumbs up for another great game of Plus League basketball. Fubon Angels in amongst the crowd as we get a little peek into the Braves huddle. We see number 0 Lai Tingun and the landlord Zheng Wending. Looks like they're going to come into the game. Zheng Wending, in 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, assisted or scored on 16 of the 27 points for the Braves. And in 18 minutes of game 1 was a plus 24. So he hasn't shown off the 3-point stroke that we know he has in there. Right now, Kenny Chen stepping up to the line. Short with that free throw. He makes the adjustment. Number 14, Jeff Wu is in the game, as well as Derek Midoway. Iverson cut from Singletary, and they're going to go Zaitsev on Derek. Finding a little bit of room, laying it in with the right hand. Here's Zaitsev, only averaging 14.5 points in the series. See if they can get him going a little bit. numbers advantage, but Derek choosing to hand it off. And he through traffic, getting the tough finish. Looking the other way though. Zaitsev doubled and gives it up. Boy, flying through and leaving it short at the rim. Leitingen loading it up and in. He's on the board. Did start game one, but had some struggles bringing the basketball up the court and was relegated to the bench in the second game. This time, challenges on, doesn't matter. Jeff Wu scores the first shot he takes in the game. Jeff shot 29% from 3 during the regular season, but 0 for 8 heading into this game. Passed a little bit strong, a little bit behind Jet, and another turnover by the Braves. Fake shot to a pass. Now Kenny's got positioning on Leitingen and strips him. That makes it a combined 11 turnovers in the first quarter. Some sloppy play. Both teams want to up the defensive intensity, and Derek with the long arms. Numbers for the Dreamers, they finally get Boyd to the paint. He slams it in for 2. The lead is now 8. Now a lot of frustration on the Brave side as they slowly make their way to the bench. Got a lot of voices talking about a lot of different areas. Well, there's the Zaitsev score. That worked no problem, but Ndoe made the adjustment and caused the turnover. Leitingen out of Elan. Maybe a little lackadaisical in transition. It's kind of interesting. That's really the modern fast break. 4 guys out wide and staying above the break of the 3-point and free throw line.
Because they can shoot.
But of course, leaving it up to Boyd, the best finisher at the rim.
太想要去打到 post 之后，没有 post action 啊，我们这边没有挡人，直接想要切，这很容易失误。所以这边这个人要来这样打才可以克。你这样进来，路线都会被断掉。还有这个 post action， 现在不要给进来，李恩走掉，我们全部挡这个。练的东西，我们练 post action。OK， 现在啊，全部23分都是 turnover， 全部 turnover，let's go， 来。
With 4 minutes left, Coach Roger and the staff for the Braves gonna bring in Beast, Lin Zijie, and hopefully get a little bit better off the ball movement.
Okay.
As Zaitsev gets a word in with the crew chief, who's mic'd up for the game, like all crew chiefs are for the playoffs. Long inbound as Leitingen tries to make a move on Calvin and getting the finish. So he's got 2 buckets in the first quarter. Dreamers have a lineup of Derek and Gilbeck in there. Jeff Wu finding an angle. Zaitsev rotates over. He commits the traveling. Maybe frustrated with himself as Coach Julius looking at the other 4 guys. See Leitingen getting the shot off before Calvin's arm can affect it. He started both games, but we'll be starting this one off the bench. Right now guarding Beast. Singletary missing from 3. A little bit of double post action. Don't see that very often from the Dreamers. Gilbeck finding the room and finishing with the left hand. Wow, if you can get the left hand to be a constant scoring opportunity, it's that much more dangerous. Landlord screening for BG3, but nothing opens up until Zaitsev missing the 3, and Singletary kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time there. He commits the foul on the loose ball. Fourth team foul on the Braves. So with 2.5 minutes left, both teams will be shooting free throws. Dreamers with the 8-point lead. I want to put the Braves out early as they have off the basketball foul. Looks like it's on Beast. Never see the hand fighting, which we've seen so much of in the Plus League. Going the way of the Dreamers. Calvin in and out with that free throw. It's only his first of this playoff series. Only has 5 points to his name on game 2's 1 for 5 shooting. Dreamers apply a little pressure. Now they leave themselves exposed, but BG3 need to recover after that slip. Now driving in the middle, taking the contact, couldn't get the flip in. Gilbeck secures the rebound. They swing it around, pick and roll. Jeff to Doway, his mid-range is off the mark. It's only the 5th for the Dreamers on the game as Zaitsev goes to the left hand, hooks it in. He's leading the game in scoring with 7 points. Little 2-man action. Calvin will try for 3. That one was a post miss. The high post Landlord. Little 1-man game. Looks like he called for the traveling. Coach Roger pleading for his guys to get some movement, and everybody stood around watching number 76 commit the turnover as we see Zaitsev give a little dream shake and the left-handed hook shot. Someone being placed is Brendan Smart, who let the pick and roll pass slip through, and another close miss. East alone on the side, pulls up from 3, in, splashes it in. Now it's just a 4-point game. Boyd getting the ankle, dumping it to Gilbeck, and they call a foul. Right now, a lot of attention going to Boyd's way. Whenever he catches the basketball, whenever he's got a little space, he's doing a good job either scoring it or finding Gilbeck down low as we get another look. East rocking him to sleep and finishing with 3. Then Smart couldn't get vertical enough and left to committing the foul. Now, after every game in the Taichung stop, Brendan Gilbeck was shooting free throws after the game. Hits only 1 of 2, now squeezing his way to a missed putback. And it'll stay with the Dreamers. A lack of focus. Probably had their minds on the offensive end before securing the rebound. out of the baseline. Jeff will try from 3. Too strong with it. Braves will hold for 1. Down by 5. It's going to be a Nira Zaisev step back. And time will expire. Well, the Dreamers do get the good start they want, but they need to continue this for 3 more quarters. Another break in the action. We'll head to the second quarter. The 2022 Plus League Amateur Draft registration is open. PLeagueofficial.com/draft for those of you amateur hopefuls. We see former Brave Samuel DeGara taking in this playoff game. Was a member of the Braves actually in their previous iteration as an ABL team before heading to Japan. Taishin goes down and got a pass off, but it's going to be the Dreamers coming the other way. Now Gilbeck running to a wall and still got it to go. That makes it 9 points for him. He's leading all Dreamer scorers. Jiangse in the game for the first time, causing that turnover for Beast. Give another look. As we say all the time, the spin move is in, and Gilbeck able to finish. Now 10 turnovers to 5. Boyd to Gilbeck again. Spins out of the double team and now commits the travel lane. Once again, good patience on his part. Just spinning the wrong way. The right, left, hop with it, 2 steps, and the turnover. Now, if he trusts the hook shot, maybe that's the simple solution. Or maybe the next iteration will be for him to find an open teammate. Driving kick for Zaisev, and just barely got in bounds, but missing the reverse. Smart, allowing left drive, and a foul from behind. They can't allow Julian Boyd any more penetration. He's really shredding up the Braves defense. Boyd on the game, already with 2 assists, with a chance for a third. As the landlord will come in for Brandon Smart. Not a good start to his night. Gilbeck will step up to the line. Already 9 points, 8 rebounds, make it 10 points. The second attempt coming up. Able to get 2 for 2. Achi against Lighting, putting on the pressure. Nice head fake. Drops it off for the landlord, but the Dreamers cover that up. Right back for a deep 3 and a deep make for number 0. That makes it 7 points on his night. Through the middle, Achi coughs it up. They leave Singletary open in the corner. He's unable to convert. Boyd getting landlord up in the air and probably anticipated the contact. Singletary just throws it back to the Dreamers as he was falling out of bounds. More turnovers for the team in white. Now from 3, it's a miss, but hustled by Calvin to get an extra possession. Achi over to Calvin, his 3, no good. Zaitsev matched up on Yang Se-yin. Can only resort to a little holding there, called by the referee. There we see just a little 2-man game, you can say. Lighting on the season was a 35% 3-point shooter, a big step up from his first season. For the first time is number 14, Tai Winston. A double beast. So Boyd ends up blocking that shot for the landlord in the corner. Good job by the Dreamers, executing a good double team. Here we see the athleticism on display. Julian Boyd mentioning to us that he's had 4 really serious knee injuries and counts himself lucky to still be playing. Well, the legs look really healthy there. For the second, Beast is the buzzer beater. Got it. Now the Braves down by 3. Come right back with a pick and roll, and Boyd missing the finger roll. Now numbers for the Braves. To Winston, his baseline jumper, another one. And right away, the Dreamers call timeout. Wanting to get in front of this Braves scoring run right away. Another break in the action. Stick with us. More playoff basketball right after this.
Lucky 7当成中场游戏。上篮比速度，2个骰子加起来骰到7的，就是我要找的朋友。这边的朋友冷放。再来，我知道坐在客队后面的组队朋友，你们很辛苦，要加油。这位朋友送给你。好的，也邀请待会拿到我们小球的参赛资格朋友在中场 第2节打完，来到篮筐后方来集合。
暂停时间到。
There will be heroes for all teams. Follow Plus League social media accounts to see highlights from our Plus League stars after every game. And right now, maybe the home fans want to see number 12. There you see his left foot in front of his right, so an offset footwork. Splashes it no problem. Then on the other side, getting the assist in transition. Beast had 14 points in the start in game 1, as we're getting their constant reminder that his birthday is coming, as Boyd able to finish through contact, and he'll go to the line. A little bit of a slippage. Watch out there, boys. Anyways, 13 points off the bench for Beast, but right now we're taking in the exploits of Julian Boyd, this time in space. Hopefully the ankles are okay. Did have a pretty serious ankle turn during the season. Looks like he's all right to continue. That makes it 4 points for him. And a nice bounce for 5. There's Stefan Yankovic. As Dreamers cause a little problem for the Braves in the backcourt. Right now have 4 pressed up. Dicep will take it over the timeline. Pushing the Braves way out. Now on the mismatch, Beast driving the middle, cleared out for a lane. Zaitsev in the middle, causing the loose ball foul by the Dreamers, as right now both corners of the floor looking very slippery. Need to make sure we get more diligent towel, boys and girls. As you see, missed layup, but Zaitsev got positioning. Thanks to our partners at FTV and Momo for setting up extra cameras for the playoffs. Creighton reminding the referee and the opponents to make sure your proper attire.
Push up.
2 shots to make it a 2-point game. Another miss. After Jet was 1 for 2, Zaitsev now 2 for 3. Now Boyd stopped by the landlord. And Jeff dropped the basketball on the way to the hoop. With space, and Lai Ting-en leaves it short. Numbers for the Dreamers. Has a nice one-handed pass from Boyd to Gilbeck. Kenny applying good pressure, and Beast just gets it over. On the game, Boyd leads it with 4 assists. Go with the strong scoring he's shown off. Zaitsev getting the drop step in, and the referees say a little bit too much pushing and shoving. It does make it too personal on Boyd as we get another look. Boy, that's the dream of all basketball players, making athletic plays like that. That makes it 13 points for Brendan Gilbeck, though. He'll go to the bench. Right now on the game, Braves are leading things in the rebounding category. When they rebound 55 or more during the regular season, they are 10-2. Game 1, 57, game 2, 52. So about the regular season average. Going around, B's left, taking a tough shot in the face of Boyd. The other way, Doug Braden pulls up from 3, buries it. Back to an 8-point lead for the Dreamers. Boyd committing his 3rd foul on the game, and he knows that he's headed toward the bench. Would have been a good gamble, but Juniors really like to have Boyd out there as much as they can. It's going to be him and Brendan Gilbeck, as Yankovic unfortunately sustaining the knee injury in game 1. Not expected back in this series. Fortunately for the Dreamers, they did see Randall Walko unfortunately sustain a knee injury in Kaohsiung. So hopefully he's doing all right with either the choice of surgery or rehab. But for sure, still cheering his team on from the States. Sideline out of bounds. Jeff, tight defense on Joseph. Finally, the foul call. Good defense up until that last moment. You see the one hand and the other hand get involved. Joseph Lin right now a little lucky. He should be said that he and Lai Tingyun had troubles against Aji and Yongsen's defense in the first game. They made the adjustment though. The second game was not so much of a problem. Makes the free throw for his first point on the game. He's otherwise 0 for 3 from the field. There's a lot of game left. Two for 2. Joseph Lin's plus 36 is the highest mark in this series, but bumped out of the spot by Achi, and Derek there to clean up the mess. Mark Landlord on the same side. It'll be a Derek quick 3, bouncing in and out. The other way, they finally call a foul on Doug. Kind of similar to maybe like players we've encouraged all the time, maybe like Huisen to get his hands involved with the defense, more so sliding his feet. Jet will go to the line once again. For those of you who are curious, during the regular season, he was a 74% free throw shooter, and could it be a return to average, return to the mean? Only 1 for 3 tonight. Now he has admitted he's nearsighted, so the distractions beyond the hoop aren't much of a distraction to him. Now the Braves in the bonus for the rest of 6 minutes. Kenny driving on the Landlord into a block. A through pass, and it's going to be a turnover. So the starting guards for the Braves still having some trouble out on the hardwood. That makes it 3 turnovers for the Braves in the second quarter after committing 9 in the first. Singletary guarding Jeff. Called for the foul on the reach. Slot official was right on top of it. Second personal. Didn't play in game one. Perry Jones had his number called. Singletary came back in the second game and scored 16 points. The Finals MVP a season ago. Now seeing that shot hit in his face. And the Dreamers build the lead back up to 8. Singletary wants to get it back, putting on the spin move and getting the lay-in. The Dreamers have made it known that Julian Boyd is supposed to be a match against Michael Singletary as Aji jumps in there, getting the Dreamers another possession. The label to miss 3 from Jeff and another long rebound to the Dreamers. Dreamers in a quick scramble, get the score. Their biggest lead in the game was 9 points, but 8's been a frequent number we visited. Smart from 3, almost getting the bounce. 4.5 minutes to go. Doug somehow open in the corner, buries another one. Bad rotation by the Braves. And there's another timeout. Right now, they're not on the same page defensively when it comes to their rotations and certainly a lack of focus on the rebounding side, and the Dreamers are taking advantage. There we see the nice move by Jeff. Possession to go. And Michael Singletary, this was a good fundamental scoring on Kenny. We've had a lot of baskets in a row. Right now on the game, the Dreamers have 6 offensive rebounds. And right now, if you can say, they're enjoying the biggest lead of the game. There's Travis, the MC of the Braves, giving little instructions to the in-stadium camp. Now when it comes to rebounding for the Dreamers, if their opponents get less than 50, they are only 1-8. 1 win, 8 losses for the Dreamers. Anyways, this is our chance to speak to the Dreamers' resume on the road. They had the opening game win against the Braves for one of the biggest comebacks in Plus League history at 21 points at the time. Then they forced an overtime game in their first matchup against the Lioneers, the first of Shieleho Senpa. That was back on January 9th. Then they blew the doors off the Kings, scoring 126 on April 16th. Continued that on April 29th. Stopped the Lioneers' winning streak at 7. Then they went on to win 4 more. In their last game against the Braves here in the regular season, turned around that deficit on May 15th. Dysef getting some space, laying it in on the right side. I don't know if the ATO call was for a one-on-one, as Doug with the extended range. No good with that one. A lot of Dreamers fans in attendance. They do show up wherever their team plays. Jet, with all the time in the world, takes the dribble and gets the bounce. That's his first field goal of the game. Little pick and roll, leaving Kenny open. Couldn't get the answer. Now a little stagger screen for Jed, who jumps into trouble and eventually caught for the travel on the jump. Probably better than the live ball turnover that could have happened. Kenny Chen nearby. Zaitsev finishing around 2 of the Dreamer centers. What's different than the regular season, the Dreamers do get a lot of scoring off the bench, as Aji, now a starter, gets the lay-in. To 41. Zaitsev fakes the handoff, puts up the pass, and Smart can't finish. Now look what I found score for him. Yes, you wouldn't mind too much to see an extra rebound to his name. We might need to buy Zaitsev Yang Le Duo for the missed assist opportunity, as we see Aji done a great job maturing in the Dreamer system, scoring on pick and rolls. There's a quick whistle. I believe the Braves had 1 to give. And they do. Aji driving around, lighting on, and another score. Lighting is supposed to be the speediest guard for the Braves, and if he can't keep up with Aji, they're in big trouble. And he's slowing it up, but skip past the Doug, dribble pull-up, bangs it. Doug Creighton enjoying getting the start, and right now he's got 12 points to his name. Sneakily, he's got 4 steals as well. Yeah, with a tough fadeaway. Rebound by the Dreamers. In transition, Gilbeck down the middle, blocked by Singletary. Chance for the Braves now. Jet, one-man show into the body of Kenny, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Don't see that often, but Kenny Chen stepped up, got in position. Quickly, Aji putting his head down, and there was no help. Of course, like we mentioned in the other series, Thomas Welsh, Byron Mullins, Quincy Davis, they're all really capable centers, but for the Lioneers, they only play 1 center at a time right now. So somebody's got to guard a smaller player, and right now, the Braves are kind of feeling that pinch on the defensive end. Calvin's in the game, he screens for Gilbeck. Doug got the jump circle, but he gives it up. Looking for it back, already 4 for 5, making it 4 for 6. Laitian faked the attack, then getting a shot blocked by Gilbeck. Has 4 in both Game 1 and Game 2. Would lead all Plus League playoff players if just counting the first 2 games of their playoff careers. Less than a minute left. He's taking the extremely tough shot and hit it anyways. More perplexing almost than amazing. Aji driving and kicking. That time Brendan Smart was disciplined, but bumped out of the way. Kenny gets the score anyways, and the lead is back to 11. Zaitsev in space. Over to Singletary. He wants to run the clock down. Zaitsev driving on Gilbeck. Couldn't get the finish, and two Braves poke it out of bounds. Dreamers call timeout. They want to draw up the perfect play. They've been the better team so far. Leading the first quarter 27-22, and the second quarter 29-23. You know, the look at Beast, the step back. Did he get away with a travel? Able to elevate and finish anyways. Definitely some funky footwork going on. Finish maybe through contact there. He's got 8 points on the game. But probably more concerning for the Braves. They want to be better on the defensive end. We'll look into the Dreamers huddle. The team a little reminder of maybe some of their full court execution. The Dreamers better than 50% from two and hit 6 of 18 threes. They do have 8 turnovers, but that is quite a bit less than the Braves' 14. Maybe just focused on defense, but they're lucky. Maybe they want to get a steal and a score. Here's Coach Julius. Gilbeck, the inbounder. There we see on screen Josh Stokely, second-year player out of Taiwan. Right to Kenny. One-on-one against Smart. Through the contact and bouncing out. So your halftime score is 56-45. Dreamers leading in this one as they want to stave off elimination. It's halftime here. We'll go to break and start breaking things down.
我们现场的朋友，刚刚在我们进场的同时，如果你有在我们 LP 品牌的联盟摊位有丢出我们抽奖券的，我要来公布得奖号码是2663，2663，2663。如果是幸运的你被抽到的，记得到我们2楼摊位 LP 品牌与联盟所联名的针织护膝就要来送给你。接着，我们邀请大家来跟大家揭晓刚刚。 在我们今天的比赛，第1位为勇士拿下的分数是我们的曾祥军，所以投给祥军的朋友，马上你就要有机会来被抽出我们的神预测的奖项。那么我要来再一次请我们的比尔来抽奖，比尔，请帮我抽出第1位，可以获得立顿明贤琴茶包1年份哦，1整年的3991，3991。 3991可以获得立顿明贤琴茶包1年份，也是赶快来到篮筐后方来集合。再来第2位，再帮我抽1位，可以获得立顿花草茶包，一样是1年份。立顿花草茶包1年份，3990，3990，哇，连号哎，你这么会抽！刚刚是3991，这一次是3990。 有可能是一起来的哦，恭喜你们！再来第3位，可以获得 Tokyo 冷热深层按摩枪，很大一支，冷热功能都有。按摩枪可以获得的是2606，2606，2606的这位朋友，恭喜以上3位朋友，赶快带着你的唇跟脸来到两边的篮筐后方来集合，我们待会再来颁奖，谢谢。好，再来要来请比尔。 我们再一次请我们刚刚有拿到小球的朋友，赶快来到篮筐后方。那个球不是礼物，那个球没有什么特别的，不要把它带回家当礼物。赶快带着小球来到两边，我们要请你来到中场玩游戏。现在呢，已经看到有几位的朋友，1位、2位，还有来赶快拿到小球的，赶快来到我们两边的篮筐后方来做集合。我们要有找到6位的朋友来一起2两一组来做 PK。我们待会比尔，你先来示范给大家看好了。来，给我一颗篮球，来一颗篮球。待会呢，2位参赛者，你们仔细看。仔细看，你们待会跟比尔一样，对，比尔。待会呢，2位会从中场出发，2位从中场出发，然后30秒的音乐。
We're inside Hoping Gymnasium, home of the Taipei Fubon Braves. Right now trailing in the game as the Dreamers are trying to take 2 here before a possible Game 5 back in Taichung. There's Yang Zhenlei next to Taishin on the Mandarin broadcast. I'm Ryan Chen, solo on an English broadcast once again, but happy to bring you the exciting action as we see the combined team statistics from the first half. Dreamers shoot the ball a little better, but maybe more importantly, are making the Braves a little bit more uncomfortable on the offensive end. They've committed more turnovers and spoiled quite a few scoring chances as well. Of course, all teams like to score in transition, get those easy buckets. So far, starting the game off, Kenny Chen was aggressive. And I think we haven't seen Chen Xiangjun after a few scores in the first quarter. Might be a rotational decision as they're putting him in the role of Li Hongshu, who would like to start games, but some aerial acrobatics from Gilbeck and Boyd provide some of the excitement for the Dreamers, but they've also seen their locals do a good job. See Achi get on the board off of a handoff before, then score one-on-one against 1s or 5s, defending him for the Braves. Doug Creighton's also got on the board with some hot shooting to start the game, and the assist from Boyd, who's able to drive on the Braves defense all the time, to Gilbeck, kind of overall just speaks to the Braves' defensive rotation is a little bit out of whack. That's something that they need to figure out in the second half if they want to get some early rest. On the other side, the Braves seen Jet play 15 minutes in the first half, only go 1 for 5 from the field. He has gone to the line a couple times. But if it's not going to be Jet, they're going to need other guys to step up in his place. So, for example, Joseph Lin starting the game off over 3 from the field. Right now, Singletary and Zaisev might play a much bigger role than before in the first and second game of the series. Another break before keeping the scoring leaders in the next segment.
One, two, ready, go!
Go! 加油加油！好，进了就可以先闪，加油！加油加油！不要怕不要怕，目标是踩到7。好，赶快回来踩第1颗。哇，没有，赶快出发！加油！ 好，看来又一样了，没关系。来，2位女士拿着1颗骰子，球放下。这次要比大还比小？一样比大吗？好吗？好，比大，1、2、3。到底会是谁比较大呢？4比4。哦，来，再一次，这一次比小好不好？我们比比看，小。来，1、2、3。 到底谁会是天选之人？比小哦，3比2，又是1分获胜，恭喜！来，我们要后方中的人。来，我要在下一轮开始之前提醒神预测的3位朋友，赶快来到两边篮筐后方。来，最后一位2位帅哥， 来，都了解了哈，准备听音乐。
1, 2, ready, go!
Go go go！ 加油加油！记得就回来闪第一颗。来看一下哈，1、2，这边需要5。好，没有，这边这一颗，你是这一颗。这个1了，刚刚已经1了。 最后一层，来个1吧，有没有机会？好，一样，来换骰子。哦，我确认一下，这边吗？刚刚已经有骰到1、2、6，是不是？对，对，他是把，确定哈。 确定的话，我们要恭喜这位朋友，刚刚工作人员有记录，他已经有在过程中甩到1跟6，所以加总为7，掌声送给他。来，我们3位朋友都3组的朋友都往前，获胜的在我这边，拿到我们 BG 的 logo 的地毯。来，那小篮球的在左手边。好，恭喜恭喜！来，比尔，来往右手边一步。
The second season's mini hoop have sold out. Be sure to get your limited edition Plus League merch and goodies on the store plus pleagueofficial.com/shop. After taking a look at some faces in the crowd, we bring you the scoring leaders for both teams, starting with the Dreamers. Brendan Gilbeck, 13 points, followed by Doug's 12. Aji's got 10 on the game, then Kenny and Jeff, 7 and 6 respectively. Gilbeck getting 7 points in the first quarter and 6 points in the second quarter, though they've kind of switched off from their strategy of using him in pick and rolls, and he's found some success going one-on-one. He's found success on some of those entry passes, which is a different strategy than before, and maybe it's nice to have some choices. Meanwhile, for the Braves, here Zaitsev leads the scoring with 10 points, followed by Beast's 8. Lai Tingun's got 7, Jed has 5, Singletary has 5. We didn't even talk about this in the first segment, but so far in the game, the Dreamers are leading things in terms of paint scoring, 32-20, and the strength of that, of course, might be Gilbeck. Of course, he's a center, so you expect him to score close. Julian Boyd is a kind of driving forward, so he likes to score close to the basket. But of course, Aji has been able to successfully penetrate, so you add those up, and right now, it's kind of odd for the Braves to be allowing so many paint scores, and you add that to the slightly above average three-point shooting for the Dreamers, and that definitely explains how the road team has got the lead in this one to start things off, but 2 more quarters. Another break before the start of the second half.
接下来由我来做你的对手吧。病人的渗透压与人体较接近，能迅速补充水分、电解质，喝水不够和病就好，并无机饮料。接下来由我来做你的对手吧。病人的渗透压与人体较接近，能迅速补充水分、电解质，喝水不够和病就好，并无机饮料。
Former English color commentator Jason Tong in to take in the playoff game between the Dreamers and Braves. He is a team lead for the New Taipei Kings. See some Dreamers fans along with the cheerleaders maybe checking out some stats as we look at the important third quarter for the Dreamers. Only scored 15 points in the first game, 19 in the second game, but critically only 1 for 18 from beyond the arc. So they did take less threes in the second game, but that is supposed to be their weapon, especially against bigger teams like the Braves. Overall on the series, they are shooting 31-32%, which is about league average. The third quarter is where it's at right now for this team, and that might explain why they have Doug Creighton in the starting lineup, because that means naturally the rotation will have him starting the third quarter. Meanwhile, for the Braves, they'll have Landlord Beast and Zaisef as their front line. Taishin has a little bit of an up and down game, maybe taking advantage of on the defensive end, then scoring 7 of his own, though he do lead the Braves with 3 steals. Dreamers will start with the basketball. Little two-man game. A Gilbeck post up. Kicks it to Boyd. He hits the first 3 of the second half. Well, that might be a good start for them. Boyd on the game. 1 for 3. Now very active defending Zaisef. Learning a little bit of a hockey stick check as Beast gets the easy score on Gilbeck. Kind of lulled to sleep there. High pick and roll. Achi getting the roll. Nice move, and he's definitely one of the better floater shooters in our league. Somebody I might put him up against is maybe Joseph Lin, though. He'll start things off on the bench. Beast trying to step back. Got Doug jump, but couldn't finish. Now with a 14-point lead, Doug Creighton getting the bounce. And just like that, the Dreamers have broken the game open. Landlord and Lightinga. Nice hands by Gilbeck as Achi, a little hurdle and throwing it out of bounds. That probably would have forced a Braves timeout, but instead they'll try to make the adjustment on the fly. See Boyd knock down the 3. Then Beast just making it look so easy. Doug Creighton continue the hot shooting. He knocked down a domestic player high of 6 threes in that comeback game on May 15th. Don't forget about the contributions of rookie number 8 Wang Zhengyuan. He is yet to make his playoff debut as you see Joseph Lin come in. Singletary and Zaisef on the side is little double floppy action. Landward takes the tough fadeaway, leaves it short. Here come the Dreamers. Kenny with a tough finish, and they continue to build on this lead. Kenny Chen now with 9 points. Looking to be the 4th Dreamer to score in double digits. Beast couldn't get the finish. His layup for the only points for the Braves. They are behind in the quarter 10-2 as Kenny hitting another 3 from 45. Now it's the Braves who call timeout. Coach Julius don't want to get too high. They have a lot of game left, and maybe it's the Braves who need to pull out a big comeback. Right now, 69-47, all Dreamers. The Fubon Angels trying to keep the crowd spirit up, but so far in the 3rd quarter, the Dreamers are 5 for 5 for 13 points, and their only blemish is Aji's turnover in transition. See if the Braves can muster up an answer. Zaisef backing down Kenny. To Singletary, his corner 3 goes down. Well, that might be the start. Little pick and pop. Boyd will step into one end, bricks it badly. So a score and a stop. Another cross matchup. Zaisef getting the positioning, but the Dreamers get in the way, and the Braves kind of luck into that foul. The Dreamers still a pretty good defensive possession, with Gilbeck doing a good job anticipating the pass. Already caused a turnover in the first half, and almost another one there. We see 4 personal fouls for Boyd. He's going to stay in the game for now. The rim, Singletary able to finish. Singletary now with 10 points to go with 8 rebounds. As Kenny to Aji, the better shooter perhaps? Can't get the finish. Aji, not the dead-eye shooter he was last season. Takes the tough step back, missing off the mark. Singletary aggressive and the lay-in. A couple buckets in a row, and that's his side. Finally hearing it from the home Braves fans as number 17 giving that jolt of energy. There we see him getting the score off the assist, and then Taking his spot to be aggressive and benefiting from a little bit of lackadaisical transition by the Dreamers. So they go on a quick run. Michael Singletary makes it 12 points and 9 rebounds. On the season, in 22 games, he averaged 22 and 12.
Look like flow. Yeah.
Of course, we got the news before the playoffs that the Singletary family will be heading back to the States, and glad to hear that they've landed safely and have starting to get back into their summer flow, while Mike is still battling it out here in the Plus League playoffs. Looks like it's going to be the same lineup the Braves went into the timeout. Dribbling it on Joseph. Dreamers start their action. Easy driving kick. Now Kenny's turn. Shaking, baking, tough finish on the left side this time. Loose with it. Nice find by Singletary to Zaisev. Oh, 7-foot Ukrainian now tying Singletary for 12 points for the scoring lead as deep bounce pass goes out of bounds. And a turnover for the Braves. Help came early and they didn't rotate down. That's only the first assist by Singletary on the game. In fact, the Braves have 10. Nobody with more than 2. Another Dreamers possession. Derek to Boyd in the mid-post. Taking his time, loose with it. Zaisev dives on it. And at least will force a 24, they say? Yes. There's the hustle by even the import center, and that's got to be another boost. As Coach Julius probably frustrated the way his team handled that offensive possession. Jet comes in as the Braves try to get their crowd into it again. They are still down by 15, but right now the energy going in the way of the Braves. You see Julian Boyd try to do a little bit of talking there as well. Smart screening for Joseph with the miss on the left side. Jeff in space, his runner is out and bouncing around some cameramen over there. Here we see Michael Singletary probably saying, "You didn't get a guy to come beat me." The reigning finals MVP, Yuri Zaisev, the import of the season. Until the awards come out for this season of the Plus League. Jeff Wu with a close miss, and here come the Braves in transition. Good stop by Doug there. Singletary to Smart, pump fakes, and splashes the 3. Braves inch ever so closer to the tie. Pushing Jeff out. Over to Kenny. To Derek, getting the lay-in. Good job stopping the Braves' run there. Little tic-tac-toe. The referee's got to get out of there. Now Zaitsev. Backing down Derek, who commits the foul. He did strip Zaitsev before. Here we see Brendan Smart hitting his second basket of the game after that putback in the first half. He's hit big threes in the second season. We get another foul on Derek. Jet trying to put the moves on him. Here we see some special Dreamers signage. Kind of funny because "We Believe" is technically the slogan of the Braves in the regular season. After a flare screen, Joseph Lynn dribbles it out of bounds. And his tough night continues. That's the 5th turnover by number 1. He does have 5 rebounds. That's not good enough for a starting caliber guard like he is. Little stoppage in the action as the Dreamers kind of catch their breath. See Bill curiously donning a Fubon Angels top. Going to visit some of the Dreamers cheerleaders. Down low to Gilbeck. Shaking and putting up the tough one. There's a foul call on the wrist. Zaitsev tried to apply a lot of pressure and applied a little too much. We see he pretty much got the stop, but his hand in there, and that's what the referee saw. 2 personal fouls on Zaitsev, only the first team foul of the 3rd quarter. As Gilbeck shows off that improved free throw stroke. He's taken the most for the Dreamers, and he's hit the most. On the night, 4 for 5 to go with 8 rebounds. Now, interesting enough, we've definitely complimented for his improvement on the offensive end. He has committed 4 turnovers. Most on the team, but if you don't try, you don't know. Jet will try from the 3, clanking that one out, and Smart forcing it out of bounds. Before the dodgeball play between Gilbeck and Smart. That's what a little hustle can do. You are curious about some of the team statistics. Right now, the Braves have 2 team rebounds. The Dreamers have 3. Some of the extra stuff you get on the English broadcast, don't find on the box scores. That time, a push by Derek, and I believe that'll be his 3rd foul in the quarter. Really not worth it, as Brendan Gilbeck was right there with him, as they could have put on a double team against Zaitsev. Quick catch and shoot for Smart. I think a little too confident. Jet had that one roll out. Finally, the Dreamers get their chance. Derek to Gilbeck, a little bit too much mustard on that one. Clearly right now, the Dreamers are going to go up until this point without Boyd. Now he's coming in, trying to settle things down. 3.5 minutes left in the quarter. Dreamers right now lead 19-17. And the game by 16. Jet finally gets it over the timeline. Now with a head of steam, couldn't fake out Gilbeck. Singletary trying to put the moves on Kenny, going with power, dropping it for Zaitsev to count the bucket and the foul. I was convinced he was ready to go all the way, and then Michael Singletary dropping it off nicely. Like Doug Creighton there on the back with a hard foul, but not enough. Dior Zaitsev able to finish. A little bit more shenanigans by Bill the mascot. Zaitsev able to score his 15th point. Aji off the screen, gave it right up. Wild pass, and here come the Braves. Awkward bounce pass from Joe to Smart. They tried on the reload, missing. That's the other way. Aji will try the three, bouncing out, and former collegiate teammate Smart picks up the rebound. Braves are going to slow it down this time after that really awkward fast break. Jet to Zaitsev, blocked by Gilbeck. Now Joseph Lin leaves it short. A little bit of a tug as Zaitsev puts a hand on the jaw. Another one of those kind of unlucky loose balls as we see Gilbeck come over at the perfect time. He's got 3 blocks as we see the loose ball play there. A little bit on the other side. As of right now, just an out of bounds. Today was an inverted. Now Zaitsev called for the offensive foul. We saw yesterday Amigo get too handsy with the screen. Now here is Zaitsev for the same violation. Well, the Braves have been +1 on the third quarter finally, but they need much better effort for the rest of 14 minutes left in the ball game. A quick foul. Boyd going at Michael Singletary. It's going to be the 3rd personal on Singletary as the back and forth continues. If anybody is curious, Julian Boyd from San Antonio, Texas. Michael Singletary, born out of El Paso, Texas. Maybe they can split the difference and have Perry Jones, who went to Duncanville High School in Texas, split the difference. Wait, he's a Brave. That wouldn't make it fair. So Boyd, 8 points, make it 9 points. Maybe the little settled in now. Too strong with the second free throw. Number 2, Louis Janeway losing for the first time as Zaitsev almost spins it into a turnover all over the ground. Michael Singletary couldn't get the finish. They're still fighting for it. 3 seconds left on the clock and just an out of bounds. Momentum back on the Dreamer side. 95 seconds left in the third quarter. High screen and roll. Aji, Gilbeck with some energy, ends up dropping it. They say clean defense by Smart and company. Then he fouled, driving the lane. Don't want to encourage Aji to be aggressive. But he had help, and now the Dreamers will allow the Braves to get points at the free throw line. The Braves' biggest comeback in the second season, only 14 points. In this game, they've seen a lead as big as 22 points, though Taishin missing the first free throw. Seven points for number 0, make it 8. Aji and Gilbeck once again. A try from deep, no. Dicef and Singletary on the same side. Nothing on the downscreen. The Dreamers cover that up nicely. All right, dribbles into some traffic, missing the mid-range, and Dreamers will play it slow. Achi's nice crossover and fouled from behind. The Braves did have one to give, but Taishin, as a proficient of a thief and the turnover machine he is on the defensive end. Aji, guarded by Singletary, who shouted him out in the first edition of Yangjiang Mangsima. Calvin left to beat the clock and shoots an air ball. He had to go with some shooting form he's not comfortable with, and not a good execution by the Dreamers. Nice screen for Singletary, taking the deep 3, missing it, and Lewis can't get the shot off in time. That will make it a 13-point lead for the Dreamers. Down 2-0, they're ready for a challenge. We'll go to break before the final frame of this one.
好的，这一对朋友，拇指爱心借给勇士队，谢谢。欢迎姑姑，我们的年度主题曲主唱、作词人，欢迎我们的朋友一起来拇指爱心借给勇士，大爱心、小爱心，谢谢你。欢迎这一位缺一不可的朋友，很好，完美示范，大拇指加食指代表第1名的拇指爱心，借给勇士，一起来。好的，2位美女，拇指爱心借给勇士喽。被拍到的朋友，邀请你拇指爱心借给勇士队，2位美女，欢迎你们喽。谢谢，美女，欢迎你的拇指爱心借给我们勇士，谢谢，谢谢我们这位杰哥的铁粉，拇指爱心送给我们的勇士队。
Thanks, fans, for joining this English broadcast of Plus League playoff basketball. Be sure to leave a like on the stream. That's the thumbs up icon for those of you Need a little bit of extra detail. Anyways, in the third quarter, the Dreamers actually see the Braves take 6 more field goals than they did. They were a little bit more aggressive on the rebounds, though. Still find themselves down by more than 10 points as the landlord couldn't finish. It's going to be Julian Boyd and Igor Zaisev, the lone imports for their respective teams. Kenny picked up his dribble, now looking for a teammate. Again, running low on time. Boyd fires away. And long rebound to the Dreamers. Count out muscle. Zaisev hitting the tough fadeaway. That makes it a 11-point game for Julian Boyd, the 5th Dreamer to score in double digits. Missed shot. The Dreamers are on offense again. Landlord closes the gap and it's going to be Aji again. With the runner. 3 bounces and out. Derek couldn't finish. Lewis is in the game. Has not had much of a time to play, and another foul. Derek putting Zaisev to the ground. That's definitely going to be a challenge for the Dreamers. They'd love to have Dohe out there alongside of either import. We got a little bit of the explanation from the referees there. Jeff Wu coming in for Aji. Maybe getting the early rest so he can finish off the game. Derek now with 4 personal fouls. Strip. Dreamers 2-on-2. Kenny missing the runner. Beast on the second effort. Finds Lewis. His first shot of the game is in. That's kind of the frenetic energy the Braves want to take advantage of. Having to Derek. To Boyd, his deep 2 is in. Right now, the Dreamers holding steady now. Back to Zaisev, he lines up a 3 and it's out. Here come the Dreamers on the rebound and lucky bounce. Kenny tossed it up. Lewis will try again. A little too much confidence there. East can't hit, and Joseph Lin, another extra possession there. In these situations, you don't want to get caught sleeping on defense now. And a foul this time, Jeff. Trying to slip by and maybe poke the ball out. The Lewis, Janwei Liu. On the season, he's a pretty accurate shooter at 34% from 3 and 76 attempts. About 15 minutes played so far in the series before the game as Zaisev just drops it. Doe came over for the help. 13. Jeff's jump shot is good. Now 8 points of 3 of 7 shooting for Jeff. Keeping that lead comfortably in the teens. Landlord jump passes right to the Dreamers. Good hands by Joseph, and Jeff does his best to hang on to it. Kovic a little around the world. Jeff from the corner. Might have been lucky to graze any iron there. Well, we keep saying it, but it hasn't happened yet. And Derek commits the holding foul. Guarding Zaitsev. My recollection works for me. Every single foul is Bro Derek is on Zaitsev. You see, might have been a little bit of hand action early, but Derek, hand on one hip and other hand on the offhand. Will be our last break of the game. Timeout on the floor. Hoping for some more basketball down at the Taizong Intercontinental Basketball Stadium. Even the cheerleaders have shown up to support their team. I don't think we've seen as many show up at an opposing court, all in uniform too. Right now, the Dreamers have kept the lead pretty much all game. By my records, the Braves had a 2-point lead just one time. I believe that was, one of those opening possession kind of situations. Kenny does a good job to jump the pass. The Braves will have to try again.
Kenny, good job. Kenny, good job.
Singletary in the short corner. He's got Gilbeck guarding him. A quick lay-in from the left side. Michael Singletary has to give up on the game. To the basket, Gilbeck getting the foul and the bounce. Brendan Smart, the one that committed the foul and is still got a ways to go for his defensive game. Though Creighton will get the credit for the assist, and Brendan Smart might have been playing a center at the college level and was a monster, I can attest to that, but at the pro level, up against guys 7 feet and taller. Gilbeck now 18 and 10 on his night. 7 minutes left. Braves find themselves down by 17 as, look what I found, Landlord steps his way to an opening layup. Jeff drops it to Gilbeck, who misses the push shot. Beast, catch and shoot, leave it short. Chef from the other side, in and out. Right now on the quarter, the Braves are 3 for 9 with 3 turnovers. Smart will try from 3 and finally rolls out of bounds. Doug Creighton showing off the agility there in the corner. Meanwhile, the Dreamers 4 for 10 in this quarter. They also have a free throw. Brendan Gilbeck's and one. Here we see Julian Boyd. He's going to check into the game. Aji, Doug, Boyd, Kenny, and Calvin. As Doug able to cut his way to the basket, and Mark caught a little behind there. Pull back the picture a little bit. The Braves are 27 for 72 from the field. It would be the first time they shoot below 40% on the game. Meanwhile, the Dreamers have kept up their offense for the most part. The third quarter's 20 points might be less than they want, but still more than the 18 by the Braves. Their game, they've maintained more than 30% from 3, as we see Brendan Smart check out with 5 personal. They've hit 11 of 16 free throws. As Joseph Lynn, quick offense, and Calvin tracks down the rebound. As it stands right now, we're looking at a Game 4 in Heping on Sunday night. Boyd getting the landlord in the air and blowing the close one on board and throws it out of bounds. He's had a pretty good game, but maybe want that back. The Dreamers have come in with a little bit better focus and more intentions on both ends of the floor. That catches it on the inbound. That double-digit scoring right now at risk. Only got 5 points. As another illegal screen is called, this time on the landlord. It's his first foul of the game, but once again, the Braves probably more concerned with their effort and focus. Five minutes left. It's Michael Singletary, the import for the Braves. Calvin, Boyd, got Beast guarding him. Diving into the landlord and couldn't get the finish. Boyd's okay, he's right now down on that side as the Braves commit another turnover on the fast break. Doug shoots the transition 3, no problem. Making it a 20-point lead. 5 minutes left. As very excited Doug Creighton now has 20, 6 of 8 shooting from 3. But that timeout might be the Braves waving the white flag. Doug Creighton is a 44% three-point shooter against the Braves during the regular season. It's his first year in the Plus League, first year as a member of the Dreamers. He's sure excited to get to have another game with the boys. First 2 games, he had 6 points in game 1, 12 points in game 2. The accurate 50% from beyond the arc, but he was minus 23 in 23 minutes of action in game 1. Kind of one of those players, if he makes a lot of those shots from outside, you might be okay with the defense, but you could also say maybe his offense carries his defense, and kind of that affects his energy level on that end. See Michael Singletary showing off the different levels of scoring he can execute on. He's got 14 and 13 rebounds. They'll stay in on the game as there's two sophomore players. Josh Sokwe back in again, along with, he started the game, Chen Xiangqun, but up until now has only got 6 minutes to his name. A little back and forth pick and roll as Josh has that one sent into orbit by Gilbeck. So the two of them fall into the LED boards. Get another look at the left-handed swat. Now Gilbeck's evolved to now have 5 blocks on the game. He had 4 in the previous 2, as I mentioned. Now Smart with a drive-by and missing the layup. When we talk about the team that's under a little bit more pressure, the Dreamers seen good games out of a lot more guys, as the two Braves took it out of bounds, and Kenny tried to get another foul out of that one. It will be Dreamers basketball on the baseline. Meanwhile, for the Braves, Jet, Joseph, Lin have had downer of games. Here, Zaisev's turned it over 5 times, so has Singletary. And now showing off a little bit of a shell matchup zone. Kenny to Gilbeck on the stuff. A little bit more of an exclamation point after that one. And Smart from the right side hits the 3. That makes it 8 points for him to go with 8 rebounds. Achi over to Kenny to Doug. Can he get another one? He does. This time a little bit more mild with the celebration. And that pushes his point total to 23. Brandon Smart gets into a little bit of trouble, so Chen Xiangqun will try the 3. Easy putback for Josh. The current lowest scoring total for this playoffs is 86 points by the Kings in game 1 of that series against the Lioneers. Achi will try the mid-range. Miss with that one. Calvin had his foot out of bounds, saves the Braves from another turnover. There we see dribble penetration, get the help over, and when you have, they call it in the NBA vertical spacers, Brandon Gilbeck able to get those putbacks. Singletary avoids losing it. Get a step high off the glass, and Xiangqun missing the putback. Sloppy play for the Braves. That makes it their 25th turnover. As Coach Roger probably already thinking about game 4. The highest turnover mark for the playoffs has been the Lioneers against the Kings in last night's battle. Kind of like in baseball, the winning team not pulling out the end of their bench yet. Well, maybe the Braves about ready to get in a position player to pitch the rest of the way. Overshot by Smart. That means another home game for the Braves, who the results hold, will go down to 1-2 against the Dreamers in 2 years of playoffs here at their home court. Josh had that one blocked by Boyd, and Smart almost getting the stuff and the set shot too. Kind of a cosmetic timeout now to get a few subs in. There's Doug going to the bench. With some applause by the Dreamers fans that showed up. Interestingly enough, the Braves are now 4-0 at the Dreamers home court in the playoffs. That's just how this postseason works. You never know as Boyd goes to visit the fans in the first row. Now that he's all right. Kind of get scary back there. With all the wires, the different levels of the hardwood. Just still fighting hard through the duration of the game. Substitution to get Chen in. Josh goes right at him. Tough fadeaway. He's got the bounce. So 1 point away from the 80-point mark as there we see number 79 Zhenjiang in for his playoff debut. So kind of funny enough, the Dreamers actually insisting on having 2 bigs. Yang missing the runner, and Zhenjiang puts it right back. Too strong. Got another chance, and maybe a little bit too anxious. Yang driving. Couldn't get the score, and maybe one last whistle before this one's all over. Just like in the other series, the team that was down 2-0 able to avoid elimination for at least 2 more nights. It's the Kings able to win at home, and now the Dreamers able to take one on the road. That's Zhenjiang's 5th point of the game. Can't make it 6. He scored 2 buckets in the first quarter. Calvin, first year Dreamer, will dribble it out. And we will have a game 4 in the series. Formosa Taishin Dreamers head on the road and get the W. They need another one to send it to a winner takes all 5th game. They're able to win in every single quarter of this one, and the Braves have got to be frustrated with the way they played at home. They only had the smallest of runs to even get their home fans involved. We'll have another try on Sunday. They'll stick around for our post-game where we'll have a interview with a player or a staff member. Looking across the scoring for the Dreamers, Doug Creighton kind of highlights all scores. He was able to hit 7 of 9 threes to go along with 4 steals and 3 rebounds. Meanwhile, the offense in the first half, see activations from Aji and on the dribble, Kenny Chen, and even Boyd, and there's Doug Creighton. Asked about his 3-point shooting, in particular here at the home of the Braves.
其实没有，就是今天就是可能因为就是一定要赢。那我相信今天的防守是做好，然后有反快攻机会，然后我就是找空档要把握，对吧
？Just saying, just taking advantage of all those opportunities.
Now asked about Coach Julius's encouragement in the locker room.
我觉得
Game 2，
他个性就是这样，就是全力以赴。那每一场就是要拼嘛。那今天就是他就一直提醒我，就是一场一场来。
Won't give up till the end.
今天拿下来
but they want to take it one game at a time.
对。我爱你们。
And a little "I love you" from number 21 to the Dreamers
Zane, happy
fans
birthday.
out there. Well, thanks for joining our coverage of this Plus League playoff basketball game. We got one more break before wrapping things up in the post game. Wrapping things up from Heping Gymnasium, where the Braves not able to get the sweep on the Formosa Taishin Dreamers. As now we have the team statistics at the end of this one. The Dreamers shoot a little better, grab fewer rebounds, but cause more turnovers by the Braves, and they have assisted more. And I kind of think that's the key with the Dreamers. They did play aggressive between Aji, Kenny, and Boyd driving to the basket, but they were also smart about finding their teammates. And in fact, the second highest scorer on the team was Brendan Gilbeck, who had 20 points in this one. Of course, did a much better job shooting 6 for 7 at the free throw line. On the Brave side, they got a high scoring performance of Zaitsev, so just 15 points on 6 of 13 shooting might not do it. So now, both series see a 2-1 advantage. The Kings have another game tomorrow night, and the Braves against the Dreamers will play their game 4 on Sunday. So tomorrow, fans, be sure to take notice. The tip-off will be at 5 p.m. So Jetco Lioneers, their very first playoff run, and against the Kings in their very first playoff run. Well, on behalf of the 6 teams in the league and the league operation office, Aaron and Taipei, I'm Ryan Chen. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast. We'll see you in the next one.